Apologize.
So it looks like they're just going to pick up this free Baron right here after Vi gets that blue.
Yeah, and now it is on them to push. They've got the Baron buff. They've got the sustain, the mana regen. They've just got to now brute force their way down to getting a tower.
Yeah, and it looks like mid lane is their tower of choice.
Yeah, they really haven't focused on split pushing the other lanes out, even though they've got some characters right now that are super strong.
Big miss on the Sejuani ult. So
Yeah,
they actually used Shirelia's Revelry and the Sejuani ult there, so really good of Zyra to not get caught out there.
But it is worth noting, Sejuani's ulti is up in another 50 seconds. So they can wait it out until that is up again. A remarkably short cooldown in my opinion.
Yeah, they will get one more.
Going straight in and picking up Ezreal almost all by herself, and now they will follow that up with a couple of the other champions taking a lot of damage. No one going down though, but this will be the long-awaited mid-inhibitor turret that they have just been trying to force down for oh so long. And now the question is, will they go for another turret here? Yes, it looks like they are rolling bot. They have a
fail Caliber net. No.
Oh,
she
wow.
just barely lives.
She just barely lives. And boy, it looks like, yes, Rumble will pick up the Volibear with just the very tip of either Flame Spitter or Electro Harpoon. And all the while, Vi leads the minions to greatness, inspires them to take down that bottom turret. And now they're going to go to town on the bot inhibitor turret, which could lead them to getting bot inhibitor here, which might lead us to actually finishing this marathon match.
So yeah, you saw basically once the Rumble started team fighting, in combination with the Vi and the Sejuani ultimate, they didn't really have a chance. Add in Lulu to knock people up and heal whoever's diving the hardest, and the deficit just kept getting bigger. Oh.
Yeah, no doubt. It did. They have the lockdown and they have the damage over time to go with it. And no one has really been able to touch Caitlyn after laning phase.
Right, exactly. And that's a big benefit to this team comp, is because you've got so many people that just want to get in your face that you sort of just forget about the backline Caitlyn chunking you down for the majority of your health.
Yeah, and she's got good damage right now. She's got that IE, the Phantom Dancer, the Last Whisper. She is really hurting. And boy, a couple good damage items out on the blue team right now, as both Kha'Zix and Jace have the Bloodthirster have the Bloodthirster Muramana combo. Kha'Zix actually has the Last Whisper to go along with the Brutalizer. Jace has picked up a Brutalizer and a Hex Drinker. So really good damage items, but not a lot of sustain there for those two.
Yeah, they just don't really have much of an answer to that Vi hard engage. She just charges her Q and then assault and batteries whichever target she wants. And it always just pushes those other ones away, and that lets the rest of her team just come in and really lay down some hard damage.
Yeah, and the thing is, she has now finished her Randuin's Omen, which means that when she gets into your team, it's very hard for your team to get away.
Yeah. And like a big thing with Vi is you tend to want to collapse on her, because it's like, oh, let's just destroy this big threat really fast, because she's kind of squishy. She's only got one damage or defensive item. But when you do that, that's when the Rumble ulti hits, and that's when the Sejuani ulti hits.
Oh wow, a missed Vault Breaker there, and she is dead to rights here. And this could lead to Lulu getting picked off here. A good Glacial Prism there actually catches all 5 members of the blue team. A good equalizer will equal.
Nice Zyra ulti.
And they are just trying, but boy, the Zyra ulti knocks them all up. Rumble will try and Zhonya's through the damage. Kate just picking them off one at a time. And will she pick it up? Yes! There is the... Oh no, not an ace. Zyra has... Yeah, there goes Zyra.
Zyra from the grave, killing Rumble.
Yeah, the passive there. Zyra does pick up Rumble, but that will be an ace after what seemed like a disastrous start.
Yeah, really good job there. It looked like it was going great for him, but then as soon as that Zyra ultimate went down, Caitlyn was on the outside. She was standing just outside of the range of that, auto-attacking down the entire time. And we talked about it before, she built the items, and she's doing most of the damage.
Yep. And boy, while all that was happening, a huge minion wave marching down mid, and Caitlyn's just going to use that to her advantage, kill the Nexus before anyone's up. Oh no, Volibear's up. Will he be able to get to her? Nope. And that is GG, finally! We are done. So that is the end of round 3. Big props. I think MVP unanimously goes to Vi this time. Vi really...
Yeah, she shut down the Kazakhs, which was like basically the centerpiece in their team strategy. Like, without the Kazakhs jumping around and really throwing out some big damage on like that Caitlyn, Lulu, just to get those early resets, they're not functioning as a team. They're supposed to be poking down and then hard engage on one person, but they can't do that without Kazakhs being a big damage threat.
Yeah. So, great game there by the Stanford team, and that will be the end of round 3. We will actually start the playoffs next, as the top 4 teams from the groups, from the round robin group stage will advance onto the playoffs, and then from there it will be a double elimination bracket style to go to the finals, and the finals will be a best of 3. So we will sign off for now. We'll be live as soon as we find out when the next round starts up. So folks, I am Pepitas Nestle.
And I'm Potato Champ.
And we'll be right back.